Hello everyone, welcome to my first football video. Today I'm going to be ranking every QB to start in 2022 statistically. Now this is the most starting quarterbacks we've had, I think, ever. Maybe I want to say maybe some of like the strike years may have had more, but we had 67 quarterbacks this year. And obviously I'm not going to do 67 quarterbacks in one go. So we're going to be talking about 67 through 60. So to kick things off, I want to talk about how I graded them and how I ranked them. So I put together a spreadsheet and it involved touchdowns, interceptions, yards, completions, QBR, longest pass, yards per throw, wins and losses, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, and fumbles. And I threw some of and those were pretty much what graded them. I think they came out pretty accurate. I like them. This is a statistic rating because obviously you take certain quarterbacks over certain quarterbacks in this list. It's just how they did statistically. And stats don't always tell the full picture, so keep that in mind. Without further ado, we'll dive in to number 67, Nick Foles. Nick Foles came in as the third quarterback to start for the Indianapolis Colts. It did not go that well. Not to mention he got really injured. I think Nick Foles' football days are definitely starting to come to an end. I think he's a solid backup third stringer, but that magic from that Eagle season has never been found again, and I don't think it will. As much as I like Nick Foles, he was the worst starting quarterback this year. At number 66, I got Trace McSorley. Trace McSorley is not as good as his song. As much as I wish he was, I was really rooting for Trace McSorley. Loved him at Penn State. Didn't work out. He wasn't that good. He was definitely the worst of the four Cardinals quarterbacks. At number 65, I got Malik Willis. Let's just say they turned to Joshua Dobbs in hopes to get them to the playoffs. Malik Willis has a lot of raw talent, and I think a lot of people knew he wouldn't be ready for a year one start. There's a reason why he fell to the third round. Even though a lot of people had him as a first round, he's not ready. He has a great arm, he has good size, and he has great speed. He's just not ready. And I think the Titans acknowledged that when they started Joshua Dobbs. By all means, I don't think Malik Willis is going to be terrible, but the flashes he showed were there, but he also showed he's not ready. At number 64, I got Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen was pretty abysmal when he came in. Granted, the Texans team is pretty bad. He showed that Davis Mills isn't the problem. And I'll talk about Davis Mills a little bit later. Davis Mills is not perfect by any means. But Kyle Allen did not deserve to be backup, and he ended up becoming the third stringer. And for a good reason, he turned the ball over a lot and he didn't play that great. At number 63, I got Bryce Perkins. This one hurts because I really liked Bryce Perkins coming out of college. I thought he was going to be good. I like his running ability. If you look at some of his running highlights, they're fantastic. But as a quarterback, you got to be able to throw, and that's really where Bryce Perkins struggled. I also don't think he showed as much of a rusher as I thought he would. There's a reason why Rams got Baker Mayfield, and Perkins was one of those two reasons. One of those three reasons, I guess. At 62, I got Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown was someone who no one expected to start. He kind of got thrown into the lineup. I really don't think he did as bad as people think. He started off really bad, but at the end of that Bengals game, he played a lot better, and I think he definitely looked good, even though the Ravens missed out on playoffs. I mean, not missed out, they lost in the playoffs. I think he did a good job faring in as the third stringer, and I think he has a chance to be the backup since Tyler Huntley's probably leaving. At 61, I got John Wolford. One of the the second reason why they got Baker Mayfield. John Wolford did a respectable job when he came in as a backup a few years ago, got the Rams to the playoffs, started a playoff game, and did well, won them a game. Did not see it this year. He struggled a lot when he came in. They started Bryce Perkins over him, who did worse, and then they went and got Baker Mayfield. So I think John Wolford's tenure with the Rams is going to be coming to an end. Bryce Perkins is younger and has more potential compared to him. And the last quarterback we'll be talking about in this video, number 60, Brett Rippon. Broncos' offense was bad this year. And despite Brett Rippon bringing them a win in one of his two starts, he really wasn't that great. And the start he won was against Trace McSorley. Because I think, Colt McCoy got hurt, I think is what it was. But it wasn't, he hasn't been great in his time in Denver. He shows that he has the brain. I think he's kind of like a Kellen Moore. I think he'll be a good coach. I just don't think he's that great of a football player. Anyways, well, thank you guys so much for watching this first part. There's going to be 59 to 50, 49 to 40, 39 to 30, 29 to 20, 19 to 11, and then the top 10 quarterbacks. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.